I know today, no matter what is happening, things will all go my way. I see heaven and I don't have to wait for you to recognize that love resides in this place. Why not listen ahead?
Why you making that face?
You be tripping something, think about something different.
Why you making
just relax a bit, ain't no accidents, it's just all for the love.
Heaven high, everybody. Welcome. I love my opening. It makes me so happy. That's Jay Clay. It's like, wow. Mm-hmm. Heaven high, Karlos. Heaven high.
Heaven high.
Y'all. Welcome to Heaven High Podcast. I'm excited today, y'all, because let me tell you, I'm going to jump right in because we only have an hour. My guest today is multi-talented. Like, he got me in the best shape. But what I loved so much is he was intuitive. Like, Karlos, I used to always tell you, you special. You special. You special. You special. I would see so much for him. And he was big on form and everything like that. This was when I was, let me tell you, my mother had died. Do you remember that? My mother had died. And we had looked at the gym before she died. And after she died, I was so sad. And I was in the car and I was like, God, just give me a sign. I just need something to know she's with me. And I looked up and I saw Angel, but it's Angelina's CrossFit. And I was like, and I ran in and I started doing CrossFit. And I saw how special he was. But he didn't tell me about all the other stuff that was going on. He kept that hush hush. But it don't matter. You can't hide spirit. You can hide it all. And it's getting to the point now where we'll be able to look at people and see what's going on with them. Mm-hmm. So what happened is Karlos is now, what's your new name, Karlos?
Karlos Alexander Ramirez. No, but that's my middle name.
I love it. Karlos Alexander Ramirez.
Yeah, I want to embrace it. I love it.
And as you embrace that, is it also you embracing another aspect of yourself?
I think my whole self.
Names mean a lot. Name changes mean a lot.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. It's more of like my whole self. You know, like now that I have a more understanding of myself, it's like, why not? It's there. You know, it makes me feel certain ways. My dad calls me Alejandro, you know, so it's, and I feel it's also a very powerful name, Alexander, you know,
I think so too.
It fits with what I want to try to do now.
Exactly. And it's interesting because in the Bible, there are a lot of name changes. And so that's major. So I get that. Before, when you were just Karlos, you were never just anybody, but how did you see yourself before?
Like before
you
now, or?
No, before you gained an understanding of who you are that was confirmed by what you do, which is what we're going to introduce to the people.
Well, I'm kind of a perfectionist. So there's stuff about me that, you know, at one point I didn't like, or I didn't favor, or I might feel like it's one of my weaknesses. But after doing some more, you know, research and insight into myself through astrology and numerology and elemental integration, but mostly astrology, I've learned that those parts of me that I was afraid of or I felt or weaknesses or whatever were just a part of me. And now knowing that, I'm able to almost like play with them in a positive way rather than look at them and try to hide from it. It's like, all right, if my mind races a lot, then maybe I should learn how to focus, how to ground myself. And then that's like a superpower. I have all these thoughts, but if I'm grounded, I'm going to be able to pick out, you know, the ones that are going to serve me the most, the best in my journey in this life. You know, so that's like one of the things that I learned about myself. And also, for example, another like what a lot of people might see as like a negative part is, for example, my Venus, which is your Venus is the one that kind of like dictates your emotions and your
I think mine is Cancer, my Venus.
Yes. Well, on mine, it says that I'm the jealous type. And with my current relationship with my partner, Ray, it's like, yeah, I see it. But now that I like saw it on paper, it was like confirming in a different way. And it's like, now when those feelings start to come up, I'm like, oh, that's just me. Like, just let it happen. I'm not in any threat. I know he's not going to leave me. So whatever, just let them happen and almost like ride the roller coaster, you know?
I love it. So that's one of the things, one of the benefits that people get from having a reading with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I know for me, from human design, one thing that I learned, I'm a mental projector and I'm not supposed to work. I'm not supposed to work. I'm supposed to teach. I'm supposed to guide. I'm supposed to entertain, but I'm not supposed to work. So I have to enjoy doing what I'm doing. And I need naps, and I can take a nap for 30 minutes, for 15 minutes and be energized. So now I understand it better. So tell me, you did my chart.
I did.
So what? So, hey, Chocolate Phoenix. So what is Kim Stacy? So what is one of the things you can tell me about my chart? This is a safe space. I trust my people. Of course. Say anything. Yeah. What's one thing?
Well, let me see. I have it pulled. I actually created a little cheat sheet because there's a lot that, you know, it says. So let's see. Well, let's see your Venus, right?
Let's
your
see my
Venus.
And will this tell
your Venus on your fire? All right. So your Venus. So your Venus talks about like your like, what's it called? There it is. Like your love language, attraction, emotional bonding, self-worth. That's what it represents. So one of the most relatable sections for clients. Like that's what a lot of people, you know, we're all looking for love, right? So on yours, it says your let's see, Venus. So yes, yours is in Cancer. You're the devoted heart. You love through tenderness, loyalty, nurturing, and emotional presence. So Venus in Cancer gives you a heart that protects as much as it loves. You bond deeply, intuitively, protectively, building relationships like sanctuaries where others can feel safe, cared for, and understood.
Wait a minute. Let me see, because I'm your client. I want to, so we're going to see what y'all going to learn when you get your reading. So far, got that I bond deeply, I'm caring, I'm protective. What else? Let me see. Is there anything?
Well, those are all very much Cancer characteristics, right? So that's the thing about astrology. It's like we have our sun sign, which is like the main, like strongest energy on us, right? That's the one that, like, the way it was described is you have your three main ones. You have your ascendant, your moon, and your sun. And so think of it as a house. The ascendant is what people are going to see. That's going to be the outside of the house. The sun is going to be the inside of the house, right? And then the moon's going to be what's in the closets and the cabinets. So only some people are going to see that part, right? So it's kind of like most of the world see the ascendant. Some people see the inside of the house, and the people closest to you see all the junk that's in the closets. right? So all these parts kind of like affect you. So you're going to be like different. So even though like you share the same birthday with somebody, just because you were born an hour apart, you're going to be different because the moon will be positioned in a different place. Yeah. And it's these like little things that like make us all different and beautiful and perfect in the same way. Like if you were designed this way, who says that it's not perfect?
Right. Did y'all hear that?
This is you.
This is me.
So you are an affectionate in quiet ways, in warm gestures, a thoughtful act, a steady presence, a soft word.
Do y'all agree? Is that all? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think so. You feel most love through emotional honesty, quality time, and shared vulnerability. To love you is to enter a home, warm, real, comforting, and full of heart.
To love me is to enter, what is it?
A home. Because you're warm, you're real, you're comforting, and full of heart. Which, think about your podcast, Heaven High. That's right there. Warm, real, comforting, and full of heart.
You're right.
That's you. And honestly, think about it. When you and I first met, like that the Venus talks about relationships, right? I attract to Cancer in that way. One of my bosses, when I was a graphic designer in real estate, she was a Cancer, and we shared an office, and we bonded so like we were like brother and sister. And it's because of those qualities. Her Cancer qualities were very like warm and nurturing, mother-like.
Yes.
And I think you're like that for sure.
That's so interesting how I can be a Gemini, but loving like a Cancer.
A Cancer. Exactly.
So with what you do, does it tell about health? Does it tell about wealth? Does it tell about mates? What can we learn about ourselves? Is there anything else? Because you said some things that you learned that you're like, okay, that's just me. What I saw, like you sent me this one thing that said, I'm a wise earth teacher. Some of that was comforting, but like, okay, you talk.
Well, tell me which part you want to more understanding.
Because look, y'all, he will tell you what gifts you will grow into. Did you hear that?
No. A ghost? Spirit? Maybe your mom's here. You started talking to her. You started talking about her in the beginning.
I know. I was like, is that my dog?
Hey. Your dog.
You talked about some of the things that I will grow into, some of the things that I will experience. Does it talk about health?
So through using astrology, you can do forecasts. And that's something I can do, where you can do like a monthly forecast, a yearly forecast. And what you also take into consideration is what we're going through as a collective as well. Like as a collective, we're moving into a new year and new energies. And, you know, from spring, oh no.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll grab them later. So yeah, so through those forecasts, you can find out stuff about your health, love, career, money. You can like tailor the readings into that, personalize in that manner, so you can learn more about yourself.
Okay,
it's not really predicting the future though. Like,
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, no, we're not predicting the future or anything. We're just like looking at the patterns of like energy and seeing how you relate to those and how you can almost play with them.
So is there anything in my chart that you can tell me that I can say, guess what? He said blah, blah, blah. And then this happened.
I did your forecast. I did your forecast for your career. And let's see. So 2026 is a breakthrough year for your work, your public voice, and your financial trajectory.
Pause for a second. Wait, did y'all hear that? 2006 for my voice, my public work, and
your public voice.
My public voice.
Which is what you're doing with this podcast, of course.
Okay.
And your financial trajectory.
Hallelujah.
So that could be like going this way. Well, and check this out, but not because you push harder. So remember what you said earlier is that you're not meant to work hard. You're meant to, So right there, you're not pushing harder.
Wait a minute. So when you broke it down, it said it's because I'm not working as hard.
Yeah, well, it's almost like you're finding what you love, and you're able to do what you love, and you're able to make a living what you love. So at the end of the day, it doesn't become hard work, you know what I mean? It becomes something you love, and it doesn't feel like hard work because you're excited about it. So you're not working hard, you're doing what you love. So in the future, later on in 2026, if this comes true, you can then be like, oh, wow, it came true. Look, I'm making more money, or you're being recognized more because of your voice or your message.
It's already happening, y'all. I can tell you it's already happening because, hey, Miss Jean, it's already happening. My people, Miss Rosie, Kim Stacy, Miss Jean, Jonathan David. It's already happening because after my dog died, some of you know my dog died. That's why I heard the song like Sentiment. I surrendered. Like I literally surrendered. And I mean, like I for real surrendered, like for real, not the play surrender. And I'm only doing what makes me happy, on camera, off camera, behind the scenes, all of that. I can be broke and still turning down jobs. So I get that. And since I've been doing that, the phone has been ringing. But what's really amazing for me is after I surrendered, when I woke up on December 12th, I was so happy. Did I tell you? Like 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up.
Oh, maybe.
And I was so happy. And I was like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. God, I thank you. Oh, my goodness. But I didn't want to move because I didn't want the feeling to go away, because it's been so hard these last few years that I have been waking up and applying what I tell you about. I'll wake up and I'll write what I'm thankful for and, and the blessings in my life. But this particular morning, I woke up and I was just, and so I didn't move. And then I fell back asleep. And then around 6 o'clock, I woke up again and I was still happy. And it was like a body gasm. Like my body was, and I ran through my mind, says, my dog visiting? Is my mother? Is it anybody? And I didn't catch anybody. And then I just wrote in my journal, God, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And since then, because the world out around me had been falling down before that happened. I mean, really, everything was just like, what in the world? And so I woke up with that feeling. I had already surrendered. And then I said, I'm just going to follow my bliss. And things have been coming to me like,
yeah.
So does it say that? What else does it say in my future?
So let's see. It says, so this year expands around you when you operate from purpose, presence, and emotional clarity, not force or hustle.
Oh, so that means.
So right there, what you just said, that just put it in words. Exactly what you just said. You let go and you're going with what makes you feel good. And what makes you feel good is your purpose, your soul's purpose, why you came here on this earth. When you're on that path, you feel like, what the hell's going on? Why is everything falling in my lap? It's because you're on that path. you're on your path.
Yes.
And it's beautiful.
Let me tell you what would be crazy is if the last few years have been so hard. It would be crazy if the last few years had been so hard because I was trying too hard. Wouldn't that be crazy? Because I wasn't living my plan through human design or through yours. Yours is Four Corner.
I call it the whole self. I call it the whole self blueprint. That's that's what I did for you. The company is called Four Corner Astrology, but the reading is called the whole self blueprint.
The whole self blueprint. And now, would that tell everybody that you read? Would they all find out? Like, I know that I'm supposed to, which I am, move through with purpose, presence, and emotional purpose, which is what I'm doing. So if someone else got a reading, would that tell them that information too? Or does it just depend on what you're feeling, or
So the whole self blueprint is like personalized self-discovery map that explains how a person thinks, feels, loves, acts, and builds their life. So we're blending astrology, numerology, and the elements, wisdom to help you understand yourself,
yes,
improve relationships, and make aligned decisions. So it kind of like literally what a blueprint is. I give you a blueprint of like easy to read, easy to understand parts of yourself that help you kind of navigate through life situations, through relationship or, a new job or lack of job, things like that. And then when you learn these things about yourself, now you can apply what other people share about like, thinking positive thoughts and this and that, or, when you have a better understanding of yourself, then you can tackle these, these other things from a more like you're more prepared, you're like, oh, okay, I operate this way, so I'm going to do things this way because this is the way it's going to work for me.
Tell me something else. Tell me something else.
So let's see.
See what else.
Let's see. Career. Let's see. Wealth and finance growth, the stabilizing year. So according to your chart, 2026 is supposed to be your stabilizing year. So if you have been feeling kind of like not stabilized, this is one that will be, which is major. So in your charts, we have something called the North Node, and your North Node is in Taurus. So according to your chart, it's going to be fully activated. So what that means is financial stability, ownership, grounded income, business longevity, wealth that grows slowly but securely. So what this tells me is that up until this point, you've been building like the foundation or the roots. You've been kind of like putting all that down.
Digging dirt.
And now that it's all down,
dirt, moving worms out the way. Go ahead.
Boom, boom, boom. And now it's like everything's set and everything's just going to start building, and it's going to build easily because you've already done all of this mess. Now everything's just going to boom, boom, because other people are going to help you build that building on top of the foundation that you figured out already. That's cool. So 2026 is the year you build savings, sustainable revenue streams, long-term partnerships. Long-term partnerships.
Now, is that partnership in a relationship or partnership?
Well, this one's under wealth and financial growth. So this is more of like,
Okay.
It could also be, well, let's see. Did we have
No. Let's stay with wealth and finance. We'll deal with that other stuff later. I like wealth and financial growth.
Wealth and growth slowly but securely. Oh wait, we said that already. Let's see. To build savings, sustainable revenue streams, long-term partnerships, and assets rather than exhausting outputs.
Woo.
That's a big one. So check this out. You stop trading energy for money and begin building value for money.
Wow, I
That's
stopped
powerful.
trading energy for money. That means
So that's what you were doing before. You were exhausting yourself. It's what
wow.
you exactly just said. You said, wouldn't it be funny to find out that all these past years you've been like exhausting yourself and not really getting
Yes,
you anywhere because you've been trying too hard?
yes. And what's really funny about that is because with human design, which is kind of different, but it uses a lot of the same principles.
Mm-hmm.
There, I'm not supposed. There are people that are supposed to work like that. The generators do that, and they love it. They do.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily a bad thing. So don't y'all
No.
feel like you're supposed to stop working? You can get you a reading and find out if that's in your chart. But
Yeah, because frankly, think about it. Like, we need people like you, but also we need people like this way. Like, yeah, we get people that start projects, but then we have these people that love finishing projects, right?
yes,
I'm one that loves to start projects. Like, I'm starting projects all over the place and not finishing them. But having a team that helps me finish them is like, that's what I need. So, business wise, I work best in a team.
a
And
team.
that's, and working
That's
alone,
powerful.
that's not bad. I'm just going
It's
to work better in a team.
it's
And
a
that's
power
me.
because I remember again with human design because I know human design better than your program, but I'm learning and I like it. I remember there was a person with human design. They were a manifester, not a manifesting generator, just a manifester. And they kept starting things, but didn't finish anything. And they felt bad about themselves. And then once they
Mm.
learned that they were a manifester, they got a job coming up with ideas and the
Ah,
people loved them.
see? That's awesome.
Yeah. So is that one of the things that you learned, through this program, or did you already know that?
No, I kind of knew that already, but now, again, like how I said, it was confirmation. It was
Yeah.
like, this is you. It's like, oh, all right. I'm cool with it now. Like how you said about the guy that you just talked about. It's like,
Yeah.
I did feel bad, like, but no, this is how I am. So let me use it to my advantage.
Love this about what you do because and this is the thing, y'all. He confirmed it with a lot. Well, we're confirming it now with my success, but he
Hmm.
confirmed it with a lot of the things that had happened in his life and his clients' lives and stuff. So I love that it allows us to relax into ourselves. Like one of my charts, you did my later in life. You did my later in life, my future soul. And
Hmm.
you talked about more peaceful, more comfortable receiving, softer, wiser, more grounded. And when I was listening to that, it made me kind of like rest in it. It gave me, because really, what did you say? You said 56 through 70. I'm already
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So think about it. You're not able to relax and be like chill when you're having to deal with like finances and not having a stable job and like everything's kind of hectic. You can't chill. You can't feel like, I'm
right.
okay right now, right? But if later in life, that's what you're supposed to kind of fall into. So then it's almost like your soul. That's the whole thing about the blueprint is your soul comes into this life and it's born at a certain day, time, location, and all these things kind of set this blueprint for us. And now you're going through your life and we go through our lives kind of trying to figure it out. But now you have this and you're like, no wonder. Like, I operate like this and I operate like this. So then when a situation comes up, you're like, I know how I'm going to tackle this and it's not going to bother me. I'm going to do my best and it's just going to go my way because I'm playing in my avatar the way I'm supposed to be playing
The
with my
way I'm
avatar.
supposed to be playing. And
Yeah, because we
one
are here to play.
we're here to play.
We're not
We're here
here to
to have fun.
suffer. We're here to play. And even in moments of like despair, like look at the bright side. Like there's a lesson to learn from this like moment of darkness. You know,
Yeah.
like think about dark. There needs to be the other side. You know, a shadow has the light that creates that shadow. So in any situation where you feel like there's no hope, like just sit there, listen to your breath for a moment, and just be like, all right, this is happening to me right now, and it's okay. It's not the end of the world. And I don't have the answers at this moment, but they'll come later. Like, I can only do this much right now. So just, and if you know how you operate, then it's like, it's almost like a cheat sheet. It's like, oh, that's why I get this way. Well, I'm going to change that. I'm going to relax, you know? Because again, this is not like predicting the future, and it's not like this is exactly who you are. No, this is just a blueprint, you know? Like a house has a blueprint. You build a house, but then once it's built, you can go in and customize it however the hell you want. You know? You're like, I'm going to upgrade the air conditioner. I'm going to upgrade this. I'm going to make this a little bit better. So it's the same with yourself. It's like, are you going to let yourself just waste away, or are you going to upgrade yourself by doing things that are good for you, like exercising, like meditation, like reading things that are good for you, and educating your mind and expanding? Because again, we're here to play. We're not here to just work away and slave away. I know our world isn't like, you know, if sometimes it feels like we can't because of, you know, the situation, but you can find your own heaven within yourself.
We
you
can
know?
with everything because we control our minds. Does it
Mhm.
did you I don't know what you prepared for me today. Is there anything about health or we
Let's
have
see.
it there?
Um, let's see. Health. Well, let's see. We have I pulled up your future life blueprint.
Okay.
Let's see. Life she's meant to build, her soul, future. You know which one talks a lot about health, which I don't do, but this one does, is a lot of the Chinese like birth charts, they do talk about health. As a matter of fact, I got it's called the Bazi chart. Oh, get this. This is a trip out story. There's this guy, a member that comes to my gym, and his name is Luca, and he's Chinese. And I go up to him, and him and I have the same exact birthday, June 7th, 1985. Okay?
Wow.
But he was born on the other side of the world. Okay. So him and I are, I'm about to start class, and he's the only one there at that moment. So I go, hey, Luca, have you ever had your chart read before? And he's like, no. And then I go, well, I'm starting to do them, and and he kind of starts to smile, and he goes, I do the same exact thing, but I do the Chinese version of it. My mind just went, right? I was like, oh my God, what are the coincidences that you and I are born on the same freaking day, and you do Chinese horoscope? I do Western ones, right? But it's called Bazi. So he did mine and I did his. And his is very similar to mine, but a little bit different because his moon is in Leo, my moon is in Aquarius. All the other planets and the other signs are kind of like in the same spot, but our like emotional world is different. And it was really interesting. And then he did mine, and really interesting from what I learned from his was so basically fire, like earth or wood and fire are supposed to like energize me, while water and earth put my fire out, basically. So the way he described it was, I'm a candle. So when things get dark, right, I shine, I light the way for people and for myself. So it's almost like I'm that candle. But then when the sun's out, so it's like my yin and yang. So when the sun's out, I get overpowered or overshadowed by the sunlight. So it's almost like my light gets put out when the sun's out. So it's not a bad thing, but it's like, and it's kind of true in a weird way, because like parts of me do hide, but then sometimes like I'm able to bring myself up. So lately I've been like, whenever I feel like I need to bring myself up or like, you know, boost up my confidence, I think about fire and I think about wood to kind of like, or I surround myself by like trees, or I light a candle. So I like avoid getting myself like water, like getting myself wet or going like out in the dirt. And he said, isn't that interesting? And he said, just try it. So I'm trying it and seeing how it like, and get this. Also in my chart says that so there's 5 elements in the Chinese. It's metal, earth, fire, water, and wood. There's metal in my chart, but that's money. Metal is money.
Okay.
And so so money stresses me out, which is really, because it's true. Whenever like my partner starts to talk about money, I shut down. Whenever my father talks to me about money, I shut down. It literally stresses me out. It gets like, I get this like feeling in my gut, my heart sinks, I'm like totally shut down. And when he said that, he goes, money does that. So you need to like think of money in a different way. Instead of like being afraid of it, you need to like, almost like when you receive it, it's good, make sure you give back, because you're afraid of it, so you're repelling it, you're like pushing it away.
All until you at the same time.
So now by looking at it like, no, receive it, so then I can then give back. Then it starts to create this like, almost this vortex of energy. So I'm no longer like, oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps. So I'm no longer repelling it, rather I'm letting it come in. And when it comes into my hands, I'm not going to hold on to it and hoard it. I'm going to be like, take what I need and then
let it go.
Push it back. Because then it's going to come back. And it's going to keep coming back. As long as I keep like in that mentality.
It's circulating. You're not afraid of it. And you're not afraid that it's going to, you're not afraid. You're not afraid that it's going to hurt. You're afraid that it's going to go away. That's so interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
So I'm still like, so I'm using astrology and see if like, I'm doing some research on my own before I can like really see, but there's probably some connections in there, for like health-wise and stuff like that.
But what you just said, like when I look around my house, I have a lot of wood. I love wood and I love rocks and plants. I thought I was a tree or a fairy in another life.
Well, let me see. Your elemental, your elements. So you have air, you have earth, fire, and water. You really have all 4 elements. I don't think I've done your full astrology chart, which by the way, I do the full Western one. So the full Western, like Placidus chart is like what you're going to find in a lot of astrology services where they do the whole chart. Like you're going to get your sun, moon, all your planets. You're going to get tons of stuff. It's great, but it's like really extensive and it could be very overwhelming. And it's like, here, take your time with this. We can talk about it if you want. It's a great one. But that's the thing about the whole self blueprint is we take parts of the your astrological chart, and I don't give you everything necessarily because it can be very overwhelming. I give you what you need for your toolkit, like your tool belt. Those are the main things that you need to kind of get through. And if you want to explore a little bit more about yourself, then let's dig in a little bit deeper. We could even do a shadow version of your whole self.
Do you have any shadow for me here?
I did do a shadow self for you. You ready?
Okay, y'all, here we go. Y'all get ready to know about my personal business. Okay, my shadow self.
Oh man, did I? No, I didn't. But you know what I did though? I did a past life shadow edition. These are
Oh,
really interesting. So get this, using I just found this out.
You there, you'll find this fascinating. Go ahead.
Yeah. So using your astrology chart, you can figure stuff about your past life. So for, some people believe in it, some people don't. If you
I
do
do.
believe in it, I think it's freaking fascinating, right?
Yes.
So I believe in it too. So using your north node and your south node parts of your chart, you can figure stuff out about your past life. And think of it this way: your south node is like your like dominant energy that you were in your past life, and then your north node is what you're moving to in this life. So for you, your south node, which is also my south node, is Scorpio. Okay. And if you know anything about Scorpios are very, very highly emotional. Like it's a very emotional sign. For men, it's one of the most emotional signs for men. So I dated a Scorpio, and yes, very like emotion, a lot of emotion, right? And so what that means is you lived a past life of like high emotion. Like almost think of like you're living like the fast life, and everything was intense. You were living an intense life. So it could have been intense relationships. It could have been like career where like you weren't, intense. So this life, you're looking for calmness. You're looking to chill and to relax because you've already lived these lives of like, and you had to live those for whatever reasons, like your soul had to live through these experiences for it to like learn and to grow, and now you're here and you're like, okay, I learned all of this. You might be attracted to it, right? Like your soul might be like, I want some of this, and I want like fast and excitement, but deep inside your soul wants to be like, all right, let's relax.
On the
So
outside,
back to like
be like that too. I want to chill and be happy. I want to laugh and run and have fun and learn, play and love and hug and kiss and eat and
and not have to worry about like finances, right? So like stuff of this world, like your career, like your home and money and stuff. Once all that gets stabilized, you have the freedom, the ability to like go and explore more of like your spirituality and play more in that realm of of existence, rather than down here where you're like survival mode. You're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And a lot of us are at that point right now, but you can still find that peace, what we talked about earlier, within yourself.
When you
said about your
spiritual mode, I saw me with some boots on camping, hiking. I saw that hiking. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so let's talk about the your shadow edition of your past life soul blueprint. So overview. Tangi, your soul has walked through lives where love meant sacrifice, where strength meant silence, and where emotional truth lived beneath the surface like an underground river.
I didn't let it out. Go ahead.
The woman you were in a past life held more than anyone heart should have to hold. You carried grief, intuition, duty, and secrets, not because you wanted to, but because you believed it was your purpose. Your shadow comes from having been the emotional guardian of others for so long that you forgot what it felt like to be protected yourself. You learned to be strong even when you were tired. You learned to be calm even when your spirit trembled. You learned to stay present even when you longed to leave. This shadow didn't come from darkness, it came from duty. It followed you into this life, not to punish you, but to be finally healed.
That could make me cry. Gene, you told me some of that stuff too. That just like it makes me want to cry.
See, it's talking to your soul. If it's making you want to cry, that's like what's it called? That confirmation right there. It's like damn, girl, you came into this life with deep wounds that you have to heal, and you came into this world with the tools to heal yourself. You don't need anybody else. You can heal yourself, and you have those tools. It's just learning about them and how to use them now.
Yeah.
It's pretty powerful, isn't it?
I think with that, like, and I've been doing it ever since I woke up all happy. I have been speaking up when I normally wouldn't, because I didn't want to hurt somebody else's feelings. I've been saying no, even when I think it's gonna make somebody else sad, because I don't like to make nobody sad. So I think, look.
Those are the same fears I dealt with. I've always been afraid to speak up because I'm embarrassed. I, don't want to hurt somebody, whatever. Yeah. It's almost like I'm protecting others. And thinking about myself, and not even really protecting myself. I'm like, thinking about the other person. And you and I both have Scorpio as our South Node, which was really interesting. And so here's the interesting part. Get this. We have like the same like wounds that we're trying to heal. And because of that, like we put ourselves through, and sometimes we didn't even have a choice, but it's situations through our own life where it kind of played towards that shadow side. Like, for example, in my world, there were so many times where I wanted to talk back to my dad or speak up, but my mom would be like, shh, shh, shh. The sooner you quiet down and he speaks and gets it out, the sooner he lets us all go. So what would I do?
Keep it quiet.
And that happened during my formative years. So what that caused me is to like shut down. So then in middle school, I was up in like grade, like I was like in advanced classes. Math, I got like a C. I was supposed to get a higher grade and move on to the next class or the next level up. I didn't speak up. I could have gone into the office and said, hey, you guys messed up on my grade. I should be moving on with everybody else. I didn't speak up because I was afraid. And this is in middle school where I was chubby. I was dealing with my sexuality. Like I didn't know I was gay, but something was definitely different. And so I didn't want to speak up. And look what happened. I had to take that class again. And the rest of my friends moved on to the next math class. And so then from that point on, Tanji, I kept saying, I hate math. I hate math. Math is not my thing. And I still say it, but now I'm trying to change it. I'm like, no, I'm good at math. Like, I'm good at numbers. If I look at it this way, and so I'm starting to change that way of thinking, because every time I think I'm not good at math, I'm just like putting myself down.
Down.
And I gotta love myself. No one else is gonna do it the way I'm gonna do it.
For me, I always knew that I had angels taking care of me, so I could handle it, and so I could take care of the other person. I would give people stuff, or like in my show, I talk about how I had this friend who kept hitting me upside the head. You got a friend that's always hurting your feelings. But I know that she's not doing it on purpose. So I don't tell her that she's hurting my feelings, because I don't want her to feel bad. Instead of saying, please stop that. You're hurting my feelings.
Yeah.
Even today, I got a friend, but I'm like, I know she's just being herself. And I never want to.
Tanji, you're gifted with your voice, with what you have to say. So by you saying something to them, you're going to help them. Mm-hmm. Like, think of it that way. By you just speaking your truth, they're going to be like, oh shit, I had no idea I do that to Tanji. That sucks.
Oh, that's good. That's a good way for me to think about it.
And be like, girl, I love you, but you like, every time we have this conversation, you make me feel bad. Do you do that to me? And come from it from a very neutral, very loving, very like respectful angle, because you don't want to go in emotionally charged and then all of a sudden you ruin a friendship because you just want her to speak to you differently. You have a right to say that. You're friends.
So you know what I found though, like sometimes I think we meet friends where we are in life, and I think some of my friends don't know me or don't see me or don't something, and because they're not used to me speaking up, they try to keep me from speaking up.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Not all of them. I got some awesome friends, but
good.
there's some that are pretty close that just that they don't get me. They don't know who I and I and the old me will be thinking, she don't know who I am. But the new me says that's not what I was saying. What I was saying was, and I'm like, no, but all of that, ain't nobody got time for all that stuff.
No,
So
it's
then I
like
just
yeah, at a certain point you got to be,
yeah,
like you're giving this much. If they're not giving back the same amount, I'm done. Like
yeah,
I don't need friends like you. Like I want friends that are gonna give the same love back that I give,
yeah,
because this is not working.
yeah.
And if that means you have a small group of friends, who cares? Like at
I
least you have a small group of friends that love you and that will do anything for you,
but see, that's just
and
it.
that
All
it,
of them love me. They just, I'm a lot of people.
well, then check this out. You're in each other's lives for a reason. You need to speak up and protect yourself and don't let people walk all over you. And again, you just by being yourself, they're going to be like, oh shit. All right. And then they're going to start treating you differently because they know every time they treat you that way, you're going to be, mm-mm.
And that's where we are right now. And that's what it says with my chart too, right? Does it say
Yeah.
anything else about past life? Because that's where I am now.
Yes. So
And
check
I'm
this out.
go ahead.
In your past life, you lived through Scorpio's deepest shadows. So that's what we were talking about, being in Scorpio. The burden of witnessing too much. You were perceptive, intuitive, and emotionally brave, but your environment did not allow you to release what you carried. When your Scorpio past life sun fell into shadow, you learned to carry others' pain in silence, sense betrayal before it arrived, stay loyal to people who did not match your loyalty, hide your emotions to protect others, take responsibility for things that weren't yours, assume strength that was the only safe option. Your core wound was not fear, it was overstrength. You were expected to be unshakable. Your soul remembers this, which is why in this life, you sometimes hold too much, feel too deeply, or stay too long. Your freedom now comes from allowing yourself softness. Your past moon shadow, Capricorn Taurus, the heart that never rested. Your Taurus moon today echoes a past life emotional pattern. Endure, support, stabilize, stay grounded, stay responsible. In your previous incarnation, your emotional world was governed by practicality. You weren't allowed to fall apart. You weren't allowed to feel freely. You weren't allowed to express instability. Your past life shadow included emotional exhaustion that no one saw, being relied on more than you were supported, carrying guilt for resting, feeling burdened by others' needs, mistaking numbness for strength, mistaking exhaustion for purpose. You died in that life with feeling you never spoke and needs you never articulated. This life demands you to reclaim voice, vulnerability, and emotional reciprocity. That's what you need from your friends. You need that same amount, that same equal exchange.
Wow.
Otherwise, you're silencing yourself.
Wow. Wow.
That's deep, isn't it?
Yes, and it reminds
Ooh.
me of a reading I had where the lady said, in many lifetimes, she said you had experienced really hard lives. You were taking on other people's pain, thinking that you could handle it, and then you would make yourself really sick and die. Only only to reemerge in the non-physical and say, dag nabbit, I did it again. So she said, lifetime, you're meant to take care. I'm really supposed to take care of myself. Let me see. Uncle Funk says, we all have our everyday side and we have our superhero side. The superhero side has to lean on the everyday you sometimes. And the everyday you has to know when to lean on the superhero in you. Excellent. And Miss Jean says, friends will treat you the way you allow them to.
Ooh.
Well, they weren't trying to be bad. I was just, I was a superhero and wasn't taking care of little Tansy. Wow, that's amazing.
You want to know a little bit about your karma?
Yes, go ahead. My karma.
Past life Mercury shadow. So Cancer, water, karma. Silent secrets and responsibilities. Your Mercury in Cancer in this life reveals the past life wound of emotional silence. You were someone whose truth was either not believed, not safe to speak, not wanted, or too painful to express. You became the confidant of others, but had no confidence of your own. In shadow, this created patterns like holding all your emotions eternally, overthinking your responsibilities, fearing that speaking your truth would hurt someone, feeling you had to protect people from the full truth, keeping the peace at the cost of your own clarity. That's everything you just described about yourself. Your voice was your greatest wound, and in this lifetime, it becomes your greatest medicine. So you having a podcast is so like your medicine. Like every time you have a freaking podcast, you're healing parts of yourself. You realize
because I'm
that.
sharing my truth.
Big time.
Wow.
Oh,
And
let's learn about your love. You want to learn about your love stuff? Here it is. Your Venus in Cancer now shows how love appeared in your past life. Tender, loyal, protective, and heavy. Your past life heart believed, I must take care of everyone. My love must absorb pain. If I don't hold this together, everything falls apart. My needs aren't as important. You equated love with duty, emotional labor, and sacrifice. And though your devotion was beautiful, it cost you part of yourself. You learned to stay even when you were tired. You learned to nurture even when you needed nurturing. You learned to love through endurance instead of ease. This lifetime teaches you that love does not have to exhaust you to be real. So
look at me, I'm tearing up again because I believe that's why I haven't, I'm gonna say it, dare I say it?
Say it.
I haven't been in a relationship in so many years because I don't have the energy to take care of anybody else.
You don't have to. That's
I
not
know,
your.
but what you just read, wow. No matter what it is for me, is that like that for other people when they do read? It seems like everything for me, everything revolves around me taking care of me. Is that like that for other people?
No, it's going to be different for everybody.
I mean, like I'm supposed to rest when I'm tired. I'm supposed to do things that make me happy. I'm supposed to let somebody love me. I'm really here to learn how to take care of me.
Yeah, it's that simple. It's not complicated at all. And so let's put you in like finding a relationship. Let's use that as an example. Do you why do you want to be in a relationship? Is it because you're looking for
I want to?
Yeah, why do you want a relationship?
I haven't been wanting one. I got too much. I want to get into my peace.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, I can't.
So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't want one. You don't need one. Right now, you need to just.
But I think if I think if I knew, I think that the relationship for me, I just can't imagine it yet. So I try to stay open for God to do whatever he does. But right
Mm-hmm.
now, I want that stability before I step into a
There you go.
relationship.
So that's the key. It's like you got to be good with yourself. Like when you can say like I love myself, I don't need anybody. I can be in a room by myself hours on end and not feel like I'm alone
Oh, but
because
that's
I
me.
love me.
I
That
love
is you. And you know what? And then now that when if someone is meant to be in your life, they're
maybe
gonna
I'll
come
let
and
them
be
in.
in your life. Huh?
And maybe it's just nobody has come along that I'm supposed to be with. Maybe that's it. Because I
Yeah,
am kind of open, but I don't want to think about that right now. Right now, I'm working on
exactly.
my piece and
Yeah. And
um
I think that's like you're validating yourself by saying that like you're deep inside you're not looking for a relationship like you're not craving that because
no,
it's not needed like in your experience at this moment like you're
no,
like I want to work on me. I want to be good with myself. I want to be all these things that are like grounding, stabilizing in your life so you can go out and play. And then
yes,
maybe when you're out and playing and you're like up here, you're going to meet someone that is also out here playing. And now you
yeah,
guys can now play together instead of you being up here and they're down here and then
yeah,
they're dragging you down,
yes,
you
yes. I want
know? So
to, yeah,
yeah, you're probably right. Right now, you haven't met that person because it's not time yet.
it's
Right
not
now, you still need to get your career going, your financials going, all this stuff. And all that stuff doesn't involve somebody else. Like
right.
someone
And
else
my
is not meant
workout
to
plan.
come.
I need to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Carlos, do
Hmm.
you do these for people that are in relationships,
Oh,
married
yeah.
people? Yeah,
Girl, I did mine and my partner.
yeah.
We're soulmates. I can
Wow.
like go into a whole nother hour explaining how our charts, but
You have
long story,
that.
we balance each other out. Like we're 22 years apart, we balance each other out. Like
Wow.
he is so grounded. Like he is so like all this stuff that I'm doing, he doesn't believe it. He's like, oh, you're in your astrology stuff. But then I'm like, hey Ray, it says this about you. And then he goes, see? So like I've already like broken in certain parts because it's like, dude, this is true. Like you can't tell me you're not like this because you're totally like this. So it's
Right.
really interesting. And like how I said, like I did it between us, we're partners, like love partners. Then I did it between John and I, we're best friends, business partners. I did a really interesting one between my sister, her husband, and their newborn, a 2 year old.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was so amazing because on his chart, get this, it says that he's going to want to express himself through music, right? Specifically music. And when I sent it to my sister, she goes, "You know what's so weird, Carlos? He's starting to like gravitate to music. We put music up on TV, like mariachi music, and he's like glued to it. They gave him like a little like play guitar. He's strumming it along. And they recently sent me a video where he's singing to like the mariachi music.
The
And here's the
baby.
crazy, the dad, his grandfather passed away like young. He used to be a singer. He used to be in a band. They used to pay him to like sing at parties. So it's
Wow.
like the grandfather used to be a singer. And the chart said it. And so now my sister, now that she knows this, she's totally nurturing that. She's like, all right, you love music, here's your music. It's real
Wow.
cool to see. Yeah, so
I
oh
think
my
that's
God, we
what I
can do anything.
do you give them something that they can take home with them when they
Yeah.
they do get something? Okay,
Hmm.
we'll come
I
back
put
and
together like a PDF with all that information. Um,
okay.
and yeah, you look it over, and then I also offer like calls, like 30, 60 minutes or whatever long to
So you
like
can
have a
go
phone
over it with
conversation. Yeah.
okay. Was there anything else you want to tell me before we go?
No, thank you so much for inviting me to come, and I loved it.
You're awesome. Karlos, if you had 1 minute or 2 minutes,
Mhm.
based on
Mm.
all of the knowledge that you have, everything that you've
Mm.
learned, what would you want to share with the world?
Ooh, good one. So I would want to share with the world that to love yourself, to love every part of yourself with all your heart. Because when you do that, the world starts to shape around you a little bit differently. And you kind of like magic. You start to believe in magic again, like your younger self. It's like connect with your younger self because that's who you truly are. That little you that used to run around and not care about bills and not care about this and just happy using their imagination. Like connect with that person. That person is there and we have the tools to do it. Simple
I
as
love
that.
today. My student. Thank you for that. Today, my
Yeah.
students were. I have first grade, and man, they are hitting each other and yelling. And I see some of them complaining about the other one, but they'll be making a face, and it's just. I'm like, what is going? I finally said, "Look here, do you know how old I am?" And they were like, "No." I said, "I'm 58, almost 59." They said, collectively, and I said, "Listen, I'm dressed like who? Somebody from Whoville." I said, "Stop all this nonsense. This is the fun part. Laugh, play, draw butterflies, run, have fun. Stop it."
Yeah.
So thank you
And
so
we
much.
can do that as adults. We can do that as adults.
Have fun.
Go and
For me,
play and not feel silly.
Miss Jean says, so true, Karlos. So true. You would love Miss Jean. Y'all got to
Hmm.
meet.
Yeah, we
Be
do.
silly. Yes,
Be
yes.
silly.
Be
Hmm.
silly. Run, jump, play, turn flips, because life is meant to be fun. Before
You
I
know
close,
what's the,
y'all,
uh-huh.
you remember when I was doing CrossFit, I haven't had time because I've been working, but I gotta slow it down because I'm here to
Yeah.
take care of me. That's my job. Oh my gosh. Because I feel like my job is to take care of everybody else, but my job, okay, anyway, I'll have my golden
Oh,
moments.
you just had a.
Did you
I
see
saw
that?
it.
I
Yeah,
did.
you just had a. Hallelujah.
Yes. So
You need to go marinate on that one.
Angelino's CrossFit, y'all, right on what's the street? Magnolia and
Witset. Uh-huh.
Whitsett.
You can visit our website, acf.health.
There you go.
acf.health.
ACF.health. Let me write that down. A
That's for my gym. If you want to come and see
ACF.
me in person.
Yeah, Karlos is the best trainer ever. And his website for his business I already have. So you can get a reading like I
Yeah.
got today, probably even a little more because I want to just
Mhm.
talk about me. Four Corner
Yeah.
Astrology.com. Okay. Karlos, I love you to life.
I love you too.
You'll come back.
Hell yeah. Heaven yeah.
Heaven, yeah.
Heaven yeah. Of
And I
course
only
I will.
look, and I asked you because I enjoyed you because I'm taking care of me. All right,
Mhm.
y'all. I love you. Oh, and look what I did, the joy code, the joy jar. So if by chance Heaven
Ooh.
High Podcast has blessed you and you would like to have a little energy exchange, hit the joy jar. That's my cash app, $ Tangi Ambrose. Let me see. Kim Stacy said heart, fire, mwah. And
Yeah.
Uncle Funk got the music. He ain't messing around. Uncle Funk, write your website in there. Go retrieve your YouTube channel. Go retrieve the paradise of your childhood imagination from the back of the
Oh.
closet. Ooh, put it on and
Ooh.
wear it every day. I wear mine. You look at my Instagram channel. Miss Jean, put yours down there too. You know what? Everybody should put their when we do these, y'all should put your pages, your website
sharing
in the chat, because we got a community here. That was the bomb. Yeah. So that's what we'll do. Remember that. Okay. I love you, Karlos. I love you, Uncle Funk. I love Miss Jean. I love Kim Stacy. I love all the people that I can't see, because some of you comment, Miss Rosie. Some of you comment and I can't see. So let's play this one more time as we go out.
I know today, no matter what is happening, things will all go my way. I see heaven and I don't have to wait for you to recognize that love resides in this place. Why not listen ahead?
Why you making that face?
You be tripping, so you think about something different.
Why you making
just relax with it, ain't no accidents, it's just all for the love.
Heaven high, everybody. Welcome. I love you all so much. Thank you for loving me back. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye, y'all. See you next week.